Castaño, that second fight, man.
The second fight.
Not the first one.
Second. Tony Harrison, not the first one.
Not the first one. Yeah, the second one. Yeah.
Castaño. I was surprised how the level of fight Castaño had in him that first fight.
Bro, you know what?
I was surprised.
You know what? I know he could fight. But the way he fought that first fight, I'm like, oh shit, like this motherfucker's a problem.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me like he got that like Derenchenko kind of like surprise, like oh damn, he good, like, he can actually fight. Exactly. Oh, we running.
Oh yeah,
yeah, we running. This is what's called B-roll.
Oh okay.
Yeah, this is what's called B-roll. But
but he surprised me, because that's my first time seeing him fight somebody.
Mm-hmm. Castaño, right?
Yeah, like fight a real fighter, because like okay, he beat Laura, but Laura, and plus it was a close fight, but the way he fought Charlo that first fight, I said, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. I think Laura was undersized coming up. I mean, and he was kind of on the way down.
First fight,
he on the way down, yeah.
Of course.
He underestimated him.
No, I didn't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he didn't, because they knew who Castaño was. Castaño he beat Bud and amateur, Spence and amateur. He beat one of them amateur.
I think it was. I don't think it was Bud.
It was Spence. He beat him in amateur or whatever. So he knew he was.
Amateur. You know the amateur.
Yeah, that's what
I'm saying. But the thing is, when you lose somebody in an amateur or whatever, it puts a thought in your mind like, oh shit, like still in the back of your mind, like he's somebody he can fight. So I mean, I didn't think he took him for granted. I just think he didn't really understand his style until he got in there with him. The second time was better.
Second time was way easier.
I know him.
Second time was way easier. That's for sure.
But you know what? Them heavy shots from that first fight really hurt Castaño.
See,
and it weighed into the second fight too.
It's a super middleweight right here, right? And now go all the way down. They got who they got on now, but look at this one here. This one I kind of understand a little.
Oh,
Daniel Jacobs.
What you mean?
Removed from inactivity.
Then that's not fair. That's not fair.
I don't get that. I understand why they might say that, but I don't know about that though. I think you got to keep them in if they prove themselves.
The thing is, who running stuff, man.
For sure.
Very biased. You know what I'm saying? Very biased.
Come on, Triple G is the number one middleweight.
That's funny.
You know why they're very biased.
That's funny. He on the way out. He 2 feet out the door.
He got beat
retirement.
He got beat by Canelo.
Yeah.
Look like they have.
Well, he beat Canelo that first fight though.
Yeah.
He should have won that. He should have won that one. Come on now. Jamel has been removed for inactivity. He's been gone for a long time.
Yeah,
some mental health
they
type
got
stuff.
the picture of the brother right here for junior middleweight. Same thing here. They say at the bottom for the edits, like.
Nah, they don't like Charlo. But one thing about them boys, you gotta get their respect.
Liam Smith, they moved him.
That's
too.
BS.
Yeah, come on.
They took Liam. They put Liam on there. Oh, he moved to middleweight. Okay. Yeah.
That's BS, man. You might not like how them Charlo boys act, but you gotta respect how they fight in there.
For sure.
They won on. Was Jamel or Jamal? Which one beat Tony Harrison? Because he owned it. Jamel beat Tony Harrison.
He lost the first one.
He with the second one. What happened? What happened in the
domination?
Second fight? Exactly.
But Tony had 1 foot out the door. Tony had 1 foot out the door.
He's in the top 10.
But the second fight was domination. The second fight,
domination.
Huh?
Tony been losing.
But the second fight,
no, Tony had it early on.
He was winning that fight.
He had it early on. But what happened?
He got caught. But he was beating Charlo.
Robbie macaroni legs after that.
But it happened.
You seen Harrison last fight, and I like Harrison, but
he
a coach now. He a coach.
They got him, but they got him 8 though.
Who?
How that make sense? But this is ESPN. Yeah. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Boxing need a new voice, bro. That's ESPN.
And then they get rid of Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
They got
look, give us.
They got Max was biased.
But Max was real.
All it takes.
Yeah, but he used to be biased. Years. I didn't like Max Kellerman on HBO.
I liked him
on HBO. That's how I knew him. HBO.
I like him.
I knew him from HBO, but when he used to be on there talking boxing, he was biased a lot with HBO fighters.
I didn't think so. To me, as a fighter, I thought he was.
I like Max Kellerman.
He knows his stuff. He's a historian. He knows what he's talking about. It's like all the information, so you can distort it how you please and make it sound how you want.
Another thing he did was all them older Caucasian guys, you know what I'm saying, what he did, you know how they're gonna always be biased. He spoke from a direction, you know what I'm saying, being the same hue that they were, you know what I'm saying. He spoke from different direction, you know what I'm saying, which I respected that, you know what I'm saying.
I like Max Kellerman analysis of boxing as far as like his knowledge on it. But I think at times, you know, you gotta boss too.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you gotta push whatever HBO fighters they need to get their shine too. So I think sometimes he would lean a little more to the HBO fighters being.
I mean, what you had to.
Yeah, he know his bread is butter though.
Yeah, what you had to, it's a job. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
One thing about boxing, they get sides. It's sides.
And boxing has a lot of politics.
Yes, it does.
Oh my God, bro. That's why.
All right. Let's start the show. Let's start. Welcome to the Pool Counter Podcast, the ultimate show for boxing enthusiasts of all levels. Hosted by me, Wendy. Today, I'm joined by my boy, Dennis. Dennis, say what's up to the people. He's off in the corner right there. And our esteemed guest today, Joseph Elegele, man. Say what's up to the people, man. Yeah. Now, this podcast takes a deep dive into the world of professional boxing and other major fight sports, recapping the most exciting matches from the previous week and providing insightful takes and predictions for the upcoming week of fights. Now, we'll have the occasional interview, maybe shooting for one every month, one every 2 months, whenever I can get my hands on it as a growing platform, of course. We're trying to be the new home of boxing, though, just so y'all know. But in each round, I'll be bringing my passion for the sport to the forefront, and we're going to do it like that. All right? So I think we'll start today with the interview of yours truly, and we'll see where we go from there. We'll jump into a few topics from there, and then we'll finish off with our picks, all right? All right, so this segment, I think I'm going to call it Against the Ropes.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Because there's going to be some tough questions. You know, it's going to be cool, obviously, but, you know, you're against the ropes. You already know how that is as a pro. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Get off them ropes.
All right, so let's start with the Martinez fight, right? Elegele versus Martinez. That was, everybody knows that's your actual first loss that you ever took as a pro, right? How did you feel going into that fight?
You know,
because he surprised you. By round one, he surprised you.
He surprised me. But the thing about it was, you know, boxing is a very, very tricky sport. Very, very political.
For sure.
Some things with that fight happened, you know, because honestly, I didn't know who I was fighting to the day before. And well, I didn't know
he was a swap?
Yeah, I didn't know who I was going to fight to the weigh-in.
Okay, so was he a swap last minute, or did you just, was it kind of like what was it? Why is that?
Okay, because I was supposed to fight another Al Haymon fighter, right?
Okay.
Named Leonard Lane.
Okay.
And we both was, you know, up and coming prospects. And I got a phone call saying that you're gonna fight Leonard Lane. But you know, that fight didn't happen because
scared? You scared?
No, not at all. One thing about, you know, me, I fear nothing.
No, I'm thinking Leonard
Lane. No.
They pulled him out.
So this is what happened, right? And this is not, I say boxing is very tricky, a lot of politics.
Of course.
And one thing about boxing is mental.
Absolutely.
It's mental.
Absolutely.
So if you're not mentally ready for something, it's hard to be physically ready for it.
Absolutely.
And I got my guy from Texas, from Washington D.C., Ty Barnett. He's a boxer.
I've heard the name.
Ty Barnett. He was a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? He called me and said, "Bro, you're fighting Leonard Lane?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Well, I'm out here in Houston right now, and they saying he's gonna fight you, Joseph Elegele. You don't want him." I'm like, "Nah, I didn't know that." So, you know,
and at this time, you're staying in shape year round, pretty much, right?
I'm in shape because I know, you know.
This is still, what is this? This is junior middleweight at the time, or this is what is this? This is still what? This is welterweight, or
I'm fighting at 140.
Okay,
I'm fighting at 140, and you know, I get the phone call. Well,
as far as the Leonard fight,
the Leonard Lane fight. I didn't know I was gonna fight him until they told me. I found out a couple days before the fight from my friend from Washington D.C. But we both are top amateurs. We both are top pros, prospects.
Unbeaten prospect.
Unbeaten prospects.
Highly touted. 6 foot lefty, like great counter puncher, good feet,
and a big puncher. You know,
highly touted. Great amateur career.
Yes.
Was 77 and what 9-7, 77-7? What is it?
Yeah, so I think 77-7.
Yeah,
amateur. And the thing was, I was just told to get ready to fight, but I didn't know.
This is Leonard at the time.
Leonard Lane, but at the time I didn't know.
You didn't know.
Leonard
Okay,
Lane
got you.
So my guy from DC called me and told me, bro, I'm in Texas right now, Houston. They're saying you're gonna fight Leonard Lane next. And I'm like, nah. So I called my coach, Butch.
Right.
He knew.
Okay.
I didn't know. I called Al Haim. I called and I called the team, and I'm like, I'm fighting Leonard Lane. They're like, no. Well, how you know? Yeah, you fight him.
Okay.
It was a lot of mix up.
Right. So it sounded like it was a lot of confusion.
They were trying to set me up. They were trying to set me up.
I see.
And I don't want to,
because at this time though, it's crazy because yes, you are undefeated prospect, and you're what at that time like 8-0? No, 9-0.
At that time, I'm 12-0.
12-0. Yes, 12-0. That's interesting.
Yes, and so I go because once my guy told me, I went on Twitter because I've been on Twitter or whatever, and I typed in my name. I typed in his name.
Yeah.
I see a video of him saying he's gonna fight me like weeks before.
Leonard.
Like 4 or 5 weeks before, so he's gonna fight me.
It turns out that you're not fighting Leonard Lane. When does it come to your awareness, at least? When do you become made aware of the fact that you are now fighting a guy named Martinez that is not many people know about? When did that come to your attention, and did you then prepare for that a certain way, or was it just, hey, you know what, I'm gonna go in here and do what I do?
Okay, so I call Al, and he didn't speak, so I spoke with his team, right?
Okay.
And I said I'm not fighting.
Okay.
I said, and they was like, well, Al's not gonna be.
This is different.
He said he's gonna be mad. Al's gonna be mad if you don't fight. Like, I don't care. I said, you give me a month notice and give him a month notice, and I'll beat his ass. I told him just like that. And
so this was how many weeks into the date of the fight? Because you're talking about now you need a month's notice. That's not even that much longer.
Because the thing about because I was fighting so much on the regular, because I was top prospect, right? I was always in shape. The thing about boxing, again, like I said, is mental. So if a guy been mentally preparing to fight me for a whole 4 weeks,
right,
fight me, and me, I don't have an idea who I'm fighting until the week of the fight. Mentally, my mind I haven't even been training to fight this person. My mind's not even ready to even engage or to even figure out how to beat this guy. Because you got to think of a game plan.
Absolutely.
And so I told him I'm not fighting, and I said, give me a month notice, and give him a month notice, and I'll beat his ass. And so the fight got canceled, right? So then they brought up, so like another month went by. We trained for the fight.
Okay.
I heard I'm fighting. We're gonna fight Leonard Lane, and
so he did agree with the whole month proposition from you.
They agreed. Okay. So I was in California at the
and I'm sorry, what's your actual process when you say getting ready? Are you do you watch video, or is it kind of like I'm gonna get in there and download in the ring, or are you like watching tons of video? Like, why a month? Because you're already in shape, right?
Every fighter watch video. I don't care what Floyd say. Watch video. They watch video. So,
we'll get to Floyd later, though. We'll get to Floyd later. Leave that alone. We'll get to Floyd later.
But everyone watch video.
Yeah.
So to me, like I said, boxing, you have to be prepared mentally and physically.
Right.
So I'm watching. Okay, I'm watching video. Okay, when he do this, I'm do that. When he do this, I'm gonna throw that punch. So you're preparing to fight this person, and so what I'm saying is mental. So if you're not ready mentally to fight, they call you like last minute to fight a big fighter, you're not gonna be ready for him because you haven't prepared to fight this person. And so again, we're supposed to fight this date in on ESPN in California.
Right. Put yourself back in that on that day, like
So I'm ready. So now I get to the fight. Oh, Leonard Lane's not fighting Leonard Lane at the weigh-in.
I got a question. Did they ever tell you like why the fighters changed? Why they changed fighters?
They never told me.
It's a lot of politics stuff that can happen in the background. And they see him as a young guy, a prospect. He ain't
And he's with Ronnie Shields too. You know what I'm saying? If you know Ronnie Shields, he's a big he's a big coach. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of rank. So I found out I was gonna fight at the weigh-in.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah, so now I'm fighting this guy.
Yeah.
This guy, he's 18. He's 14-1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 12-0.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah, he's a good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I, like, okay, all right. We fight. His style was the hold and hit.
Of course. He wanted to make it nasty. And I could tell too, because just looking at all your previous fights, or most of your previous fights, it's hard to find all of them, but looking at most of your previous fights, you seemed off in this fight because you're normally sharp. You normally have your hands up. He kept catching you with that overhand in the coming from the clinch, yeah. But you wasn't. I kept screaming at the computer screen, clinch, or keep the hand up, because your left. You kept dropping your left, and he kept coming right over the top with that. And I think that first one, and after that first round, that knockdown, I think that kind of messed you up right there. And he just kept coming at you and would not stop. He made that a real busy fight, and it really turned into a brawl.
Because I didn't, in boxing, like it was I was too young in my career to have a veteran like him.
Yeah,
right. Because even the reporters was like, "Oh, you gotta try to get him beat." Like, because people seen that, people knew what I'm saying. Like, but this how I feel. I feel like he was already training to fight me. He already knew he was gonna fight me. They just told me I'm gonna fight on Nara Lane. They switched him in at the last minute.
Could it be possible that it wasn't on purpose? Like it was just poor business strategy, poor maintaining of their fighters? Is it possible? Okay, so you felt something else. I did. Okay.
That dude he was training to fight me.
Do you think that's like a hazing process for new fighters? Is like, ooh, switch it up right here. See if you can stand.
I don't think that was.
It was because I wasn't obedient. It wasn't because
okay.
One thing about me, before I got into boxing, well, I come from the streets, you know what I'm saying? I did my own thing. So I always boxed when I was a kid, but if I don't like something the way is going, I'm not going to do it. If my soul say don't do it, I'm going to do it. I don't care who.
Rage Against the Machine.
Exactly, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
And so they pay for that. I paid for it.
All right, hey, it is what it is. Hey, but that was your first professional loss.
Yeah.
But we're not here to focus on the loss. You took some time off. A little bit after that, I'm sure just a lot of stuff going on in life. What would you say was the reason for the hiatus?
Because me seeing how people, as soon as I lost the fight, my coach started acting funny.
Yeah,
everyone,
some Ryan Garcia type.
Yeah, it's like and it happens.
Yeah,
that happens.
I know, I see it.
I was looked at as the top guy now.
Right.
Matter of fact, I was number.
You had tools, prospect. Boy. Your size, your height at that division. You are clearly disciplined, being able to make that weight, because that ain't your natural weight. Look at you right now. You don't. What are you now? Like 185, 195?
No, I'm like 177. I just look like.
No, you are not 170. You look at least 183.
I can got 177 right now.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But that's one thing about I always look so bigger than I really was.
Different distribution too.
I look very big. Even then, when I was fighting at 140.
Yeah, you ain't look like you were supposed to be in there with him.
I wasn't, but I walked around like 143, 145.
Walk around?
I did back then. I didn't get big. I looked big, but I didn't get big.
I got you.
And it was just going through that whole process of seeing the real people, how they really act once you lose.
Right.
And, once like Floyd, once you take that loss.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has the Floyd Mayweather complex.
Right.
You're not good anymore.
Right. Well, moving a little forward, you get back in there in this particular fight against DeJesus, who you looked way bigger than now. Like he looked like a little man, but you did your thing that fight.
Well, I fought Lenard Lane.
Oh, you fought him in between that. You got that window. That's another one because correct. So you're moving at this point, and yet you getting some respect back on your name, right? All the people that was dying, like, he ain't, you getting some respect. But I bring up the DeJesus fight because, boy, you were down. Boy, you looked good in that fight, man. You looked really good in that fight. In fact, that was the fight, I think, where you used that kind of like that pull counter, come back with that hook, that right hook. And and that was, I think that was it for him, man. I call that a complete domination. I call that a complete domination for sure. At this point, what you got? 11 KOs. Yeah, man, that was a good fight. What would you, if you had to pick a fight and say, yo, I was on that night. I don't care who stepped in that ring with me. They was gonna get
It would be, I said the DeJesus Fight, because I was, you know, I had a good count. My mom's in a good place, you know. I was in a relationship, you know, good relationship.
Right.
And my mom's in a good place, you know. Boxing is a lonely sport.
It can be.
It's a very lonely sport, you know, and it's a lot of politics. So if you don't have a team with you, who's in your best interest, it can be really, really lonely and really draining.
Right.
When you first started, did you understand all of these things, or did you learn this like as you got in it and through that trial and error? You like, oh, I need to build a team around me. I need people for this. I need people for that. I need all of these things to help me be the best version of myself as a boxer, because what I'm doing right now, I'm good, but I can improve, or I can, like, you know, tighten up my skills. Because like you say, boxing is, even though it's two men in the ring fighting each other, there's a bunch of things at play outside the ring, and there's a bunch of people with teams, and your team help you. A good team will help you in the sport. So did you know that instantly in the when you got in, or how long did it take you to figure that out?
You know, that's a very good question, because that's one thing we don't know. Because boxing is such a lonely sport since amateur. You know, since you're a kid, it's a lonely sport. So you don't know about a team. And you know, it took me a while to figure it out. It took me almost till I was almost done to really realize that you need a team, because, you know, watching people like Bruce Ennis, who had his father, he had a team. Earl, they had teams.
Yeah.
And a lot of fighters don't have teams. So if you don't have a team, in boxing, if the manager don't pick you apart, you know, the politics of a boxing will.
Yeah, that's what I see, like, when I look at guys like Devin, Haney, and I'm like,
team.
You know, even like a Floyd coming up in the ranks, you know, you had your uncle, your dad, you had like seasoned veterans for 20, 30 years in the sport, giving you a lot of information, a lot of game, you know. So I feel like I understand how that aspect of things can just help make or break you as a fighter, you know, just watching from the outside looking in. So I always wanted to know a boxer's perspective. Do you see boxing as an individual sport or a team sport? Because I think I see it as a team sport.
Well, you definitely have a team for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But when you get in that ring, bro, like,
it's just you.
It's for sure you. Obviously you got cornermen that help, and you know stuff like that. But you appear with it, bro.
For how many months do you guys train usually?
It depends. Like, for a big fight, it'd be like 6 to 8 weeks training camp.
Them 6 to 8 weeks, you with a team, leading you up into that one night. So for 6 to 8 weeks, most of it is about your team preparing you. So
if you have a team,
for me,
I didn't have a team. Like, I didn't have like chefs cooking for me. I didn't have. I just had me and my coach.
That's kind of like a new thing too. A lot of guys didn't have like personal chefs and
you need
all that kind of. Oh, nowadays guys realize it for sure.
That's the
for sure.
Of just like learning from other people's trial and error. You know, just like looking at other people's, you know, shortcomings, or even what made other people successful. You just be like, all right, that's what I'm gonna do, or this is what I'm gonna avoid, you know. So,
and realizing you got to spend that money too.
You do. Yeah. But you have, you know, boxing is not a rich man's sport, so you got to have a good management team who's gonna really take care of you, you know.
Right.
Give you stipend and you know, pay for your food and pay for your expenses and
right.
If you don't have that, it definitely can be a hard thing for you.
Now that you're talking about it's not a rich man sport, let's move on to somebody that made being a rich man a normal thing in boxing. Floyd Mayweather. Now, one of the first things I remember from when we first met and chopped it up about boxing was that you were at that point at least one of Floyd's go-to guys to bring into camp and spar as a sparring partner, right? To get him ready and keep him sharp for the fights. Now, can you tell us a little bit about how that actually happened? Were they looking at you to bring you on to the money team? I mean, they didn't really have the money team back then, but or what was it? What was it?
You know, I was out there with the whole Floyd, you know, money team thing. I was there.
They brought you to Vegas?
What year was this also?
This was probably like 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I was there around 50 when him and 50 was hanging out. I was still cool. I was around all these guys and stuff. Like I said, me and Floyd, we had the same manager, Haney.
Yeah.
And but Floyd, he didn't use me as a sparring partner. He didn't want to use me as a sparring partner.
I wonder why.
But because like if anybody know me, everybody know me in boxing, the boxing community. Everybody know I'm a big puncher. I'm a strong puncher, and I'm left-handed, and I'm 6 foot 6'1", fight at 140 and 47.
That's crazy. That's crazy, by the way. That's crazy.
And everybody know I'm a big puncher, but I give Floyd. We sparred one day because Floyd he just got out of jail for the whole little thing. Finally came home and he come to the gym.
Hold on. Hold that thought. We're gonna get back. All right, so for y'all watching that, or for y'all that's gonna see this on the Wendy's Philosophy YouTube channel, I have 2 new channels. One for this very new platform called the Pool Counter Podcast, and that is what we're trying to make the new home for boxing. All right, so check out Pool Counter Pod on YouTube. Check out the podcast, Apple, Spotify, everywhere. And also, shout out to Dear Future Robots. Subscribe to that YouTube page as well. And it's everywhere that you can find your podcast. So we're going to get back to the rest of this story because I want to know what he did to Floyd or what Floyd did to you. I don't know. But we will be back. But I'm jumping off this live. All right, this is behind the scenes. We'll get right at it. All right. Peace. But we are back from the commercial, non-commercial break. Yo, future sponsors, open to it. But let's finish off, man. Let's finish off what you're saying in regards to sparring the great Floyd Mayweather. You said it was after he got out of his little bid that he did, right?
He did a bid.
So what's up?
He did a bid,
Don't be holding nothing back too, bro. Don't be holding nothing back, bro. We want, you know what I mean? Come on.
I mean, like I said, he was just coming home from jail, so
right.
He's been off for some months and stuff. But one day, he come to the gym. Floyd. He comes
He's loud too.
Very, very flamboyant. All these girls. He got like he got like 11 girls with him,
Yeah, and at this point, you already know him. Like, you know him personally.
We all hung out.
Right.
Me, him, Ray J, all,
the old money team. The 50, the old money team, Ray J,
Ray J, cool dude, though. But, we all hanging out, him and the guy from the movie with T.I., what's that movie?
ATL?
ATL.
Okay, which guy?
He was
the slim kind of dark.
He was his best friend.
Yeah, kind of dark skin. I know who you're talking about exactly. He got the guy. He looked like the guy on the podcast with Paul George. You know that Paul George podcast? He remind me of that guy. Yeah, but go ahead, finish the story, man. Go ahead.
We all hanging out. Like, it just just being around Floyd, just like it was amazing.
Of course,
because all these cars, all everybody on Floyd on autographs, just hanging out. Just being around him and 50, just being around that, was a great experience for me,
Right.
But this particular day, he comes in the gym.
Yeah.
All the girls, cars and stuff, and then he tells me he suit up.
Uh-oh.
I'm like,
bro, can I get this bag in peace?
No, but I'm like, all right, because like, at this time, I'm sharp,
right.
I'm super sharp,
right.
And it's an opportunity.
And this is after which fight for you?
Well, I'm about to fight. I was getting ready to fight the Olympian Javier Molina.
Okay.
And
you won that fight.
No, I won that fight, but they gave him the decision.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Yes. That's two.
Really,
that's the second
what really made me like.
Yeah.
But I'm getting so I'm in the gym. I'm sharp. I'm training and stuff. And Floyd, he come to the gym. First, he talking shit to me. Whatever.
Of course.
Right? I guess he's trying to get in my head. He like suit up. He like then like I said, all the girls in there and stuff, the whole money team in there and stuff. He say like slick things trying to get in my head. He like, oh, you from Florida? Ain't Florida ain't shit. Florida ain't got no good fighters.
Yeah.
He like then just talk. Just after a while I'm rapping. I'm just laughing. You big homies for me. I just put my gloves on and put my raps on and stuff.
Yeah.
He look at me and say some shit like, he say, all y'all niggas from Florida look alike.
Yo, Floyd crazy.
Like Andre Berto, Ocho Cinco.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny as hell.
But what he's doing, he's trying to get in my head.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm laughing. You Floyd Mayweather, like you big homie, like I'm finna spar you. Like this is a dream to me.
Yeah.
And so we finally get in the ring and stuff. And like I said, I'm sharp because I'm ready for a big fight coming up.
Right.
And I've been watching Floyd my whole life.
Okay, so don't stall now. Get to it.
And so I know I watched my whole life, so I know his moves and stuff.
Okay. I'm trying to think right now. What are you scared to say right now?
Counter.
I'm like, what are you scared to say right now? What are you scared to say, bro?
I'm not scared to say.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you how it happened. I know his pull counter.
Sure.
Yeah, I know his moves. So it's like when I'm jabbing him. I know to watch out for his pull counter and stuff. But I'm sharp, and I got this move I do. I slip, and I count. I slip here. I'm gonna go hit the body.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my slips, and I'm
right.
He don't know where I'm going.
Right.
So he throw a jab. I slip, and I counter. And I hit him with a hook.
Ooh.
And he hit the ground.
Ooh, y'all heard it here.
This is my first time ever saying this.
Hey, Arrow was not the first person to give Floyd a hard time in sparring, man. Joseph Elegele, Biggie boy.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a first. And I've never heard this story.
No, but he knows.
Wow.
I'm saying? The thing about it was he, granted he give Earl Smith his props could be
of course, good
work, but
right.
I was the same time Earl sparred him. I sparred him, and that's for that same fight.
Okay,
but I sparred him.
So this is around the same time.
It was around the same time.
The
thing which fight was this for Floyd?
Floyd had just signed. He just signed that big deal, that big six fight deal for all that money.
Yeah,
he didn't fight Guerrero for nothing.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, this is the Guerrero.
It was Showtime.
So it definitely made sense for him to spar you just because of the size difference between him and Guerrero.
And
Right.
So I pit. So like I said, I pit Floyd down. Right. Well, he hit the ground. And
hold on. Glove or like knee or like back? Did his butt touch the ground?
Boom.
Sheesh. I mean that power.
Yeah. Because I'm left-handed, and the coach so the security, everybody jumped. Rushed the
this is crazy.
Rushed the ring. I jumped back. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, coach, Joe, you heard him.
That must have been a crazy moment.
I'm thinking I'm like, so I'm just backing up. Backing up like everybody running the ring.
Yeah.
He like, my arm.
No
so
way.
I guess you said it was his arm, and then Joe's like, Joe, you heard him.
Hey, that must have been a hell of a moment, a hell of a confidence boost going into that next fight.
For me, it was like, I was just like, oh shit. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was just like, you big homie. I didn't want to hurt.
Hold on. So was after you put him down, was the arm thing the end of it, or did he get back up and doghouse it? Did it?
No,
that was it.
That was it. He didn't.
He was scared of you. I'm gonna say if you ain't gonna say it, I'm gonna say it.
And I'm gonna tell you exactly what Floyd's word was the next time we sparred. We sparred after that, right? So Floyd, he leave the gym. Everybody pack up, they leave and stuff, whatever. And I'm in the gym the next day. I've been like, so I haven't seen Floyd. Floyd doesn't come in the gym for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Nobody sees Floyd for the next 3 weeks. I guess he's just training.
Yeah.
He's just training.
Of course, yeah.
He's getting right.
He took that person.
Yeah, he did.
That's that person he is. He's very competitive.
Yeah.
So I come in the ring and he's sparring his boy from Canada, right? Kicking his ass. He's kicking his ass like.
Yeah.
And I come in the gym, and you know, I didn't expect to see Floyd there, but I come to the gym. Floyd sparring this dude from Canada, kicking his ass, busting him up, and he look at me. He say, "Yup, I'm ready for you now." He say, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, that's Floyd.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
sound like Floyd.
And this was, and my mother's soul, right?
Yeah.
So this Floyd told me, right? As I'm gloving up, Floyd said he told me this. He say I ain't gonna lie, I was scared.
Mm-hmm.
He said I was scared the first time, but he said this time I'm gonna beat your ass.
Mm-hmm.
He tell me this. I'm like, all right,
because Floyd is barely 5'9", and that don't mean much because you know when you're a professional, when you fight, that is what it is.
And you beat Diego Corrales.
True, so that don't really mean much. It's different Floyd too, different Floyd. But and again, you step in that square circle, you step in that ring, and you're imposing. Especially if we're talking about the welterweight division, you're imposing. Yeah, you're a big welterweight, bro. So, okay, get into this second fight, man. Let's get into the second fight. We're going to wrap up the interview.
Second sparring match. So, he's telling me he's going to beat my ass. I'm like, all right.
Right.
Cool. So,
sure.
I'm sharp. And, but this time, Floyd, he's a very smart dude. So, I couldn't hit him in the head. We was sparring. And he, Floyd usually turn the bell off and just drawing people out. But with
Doghouse,
Doghouse, we were in Doghouse. Mm-hmm. But me, he wouldn't do that. So we said we're doing 5-minute rounds supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And 5-minute rounds.
Now he touching you up? Is he kind of slowly chipping away? Are you holding your own? What's up? So you say you couldn't touch his head.
This time I couldn't hit Floyd in the head because he's that man. He's smart, very smart, very smart. So. But the thing was, I could touch his body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
So
that's what you should do when you can't touch somebody's head. Touch that body. So it's gonna slow down.
One thing about I slip. I do my slip. Now, if I slip this way, I'm going boom boom somebody. Flip this way, I'm going boom boom somebody. If I slip this way, I'm going come with up.
Right.
So I'm doing this whatever. So I feel my ribs. I feel
your wrist.
My wrist and Floyd's stomach. I'm touching Floyd, whatever, right?
Yeah, right.
But he's touching me too.
Of course.
But this time, what he's doing, he's right hand roll out. Boom.
Yeah.
Right hand roll out. And he hit me with over and over. You know what I'm saying? But
which side is he rolling off to? That'll tell me a lot. Which side is he rolling off to?
With the right hand. I'm left hand, so he was right hand. Then
he getting away from that.
Then he roll out. Roll out that way.
Floyd the GOAT, man. Hey, Floyd the GOAT, man. Floyd's the GOAT, man. I'm trying to. Hey, Floyd's the GOAT, man. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know.
He catch me right hand roll out. And but one thing about me, I'm a competitor. I'm saying, Floyd, he doesn't have power. He's just very accurate, but he doesn't have power. So
again, he ain't old Floyd.
Yeah, so he wouldn't stand in the ring with me. He wouldn't stay in there with me in the square. He just hit me roll out. But I'm touching his body, and it's like 4 minutes around. He been right here, roll like boom.
Yeah.
But I'm laughing. I'm steady coming. He's like, all right, that's enough. That's enough.
Hey,
he's out the spawn.
Hey, and no disrespect. Obviously, Floyd is nothing but love. We're calling you the best boxer there ever was. But you know what? This is the new home of boxing. So we're not catering. We're not taking sides. Like all these guys right now, they picking sides. They pandering to certain people. You listen to one boxing media member, and they you could tell they favoring somebody. We ain't doing that over here. All right, not at the Pool Counter Podcast, man. Not at the Pool Counter Podcast at all. So that really does it for this round against the ropes, which is the interview portion. We're gonna move right along to a lot of the regular topics that I chose for this episode that we and y'all can be my witnesses, right? Mm-hmm. These guys came in here today wanting to go off about everything and anything right now in boxing, and I was like, "Yo, leave me alone. Let's leave it to the mics are hot, because we want to keep it as natural as possible. All right, so let's go right into it. Is Shakur Stevenson turning into a heel? What's going on with him, man? Is it Jay Prince? Who's doing this to him? Why is he now he's embracing like this bad? I thought Devin was supposed to be the bad guy right now. Why is Shakur turning into this guy, man? What's up?
I mean,
how do you feel?
You see his company.
Sure, of course.
He's around real gangsters around Jay Prince,
Yeah,
around Mob
Ties,
Ties, and that gets in your head too.
He's a good kid though.
He's a good kid. But the thing is, he want to prove, who he is. If you hang around gangsters, you're gonna be who you around the company that you're around.
Right. And you know what a heel is in wrestling, right? The heel is like the damn near everybody's been a heel at one point. It's like that guy who is still popular, but he's the one the crowd boos at, and he just goes into it. It seems like Shakur is trying to be like,
but yeah,
it isn't. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Let's take into account. Jake Prince also used to work with Floyd.
Yeah. Of course, he's been in boxing. Yeah.
So like he has. I can see why he would listen to Jay Prince when it comes to this, because
of course,
work with the best you in boxing and other industries. And also the split that they was originally talking about, 75-25. I understand what
that's valid.
I understand what people are saying. Devin Haney being the A side.
Of course he is.
And I like
he got all the belts, and he fought better competition than Shakur.
But in boxing, A side don't mean just you having all the belts. A lot of it
fought better people, and the fact that he has all the belts, he's the draw. He the draw. He got all the belts.
But I can see why Shakur would say, "Let's go to the table and."
Bro, I'm undisputed. You're gonna take this 25, and if you're that, because Shakur walks with this air of confidence. Everybody know that Shakur. Everybody knows that Shakur walks with this air of confidence, and I don't think I've seen that level of confidence in a minute. But he deserves it. He's very good.
He's Olympian.
But can he? Is he really gonna dog walk Devin or something? Like why is he acting like zombie? And if it is gonna be a dog walk, take the 25 rematch. You're gonna get more. You got all the belts now.
I can see why he would say, "All right, this is what I think he wants to do." I think they will fight, because I don't really see no way Shakur Stevenson can get to #1 in their division without fighting Devin Haney. So at some point, if
Devin Haney moves up, yes, he can. If Devin Haney moves up, Shakur
he can't let Devin Haney move up without fighting him, because
take that 25.
Okay, because you know what a paper champ is,
of course.
You can't let Devin Haney move up and then just go get a belt because he left. You have to fight him, to build your status, and that's important. Like, status matters.
But here's the thing. Here's one thing you're missing. Devin was called the paper champ. And look at him now.
But Devin fought people.
I know, but he was called the paper champ. Look at him now. So the same thing with Shakur. You could do the same thing.
That's why I think they're going to fight. I think this is more just about...
What's up?
Honestly, this is what I feel like.
What's up, man?
I feel that Devin knew exactly what he was doing. Him and his father, they very good strategists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Devin don't want to fight Shakur Stevens. He don't want to fight him. So that's why I'm giving you 25% to make it seem like I will fight you.
And that's why I said.
Y'all think he's scared? I don't. 25%. Why is that not standard?
No. You can't get.
Y'all must think Shakur can dog walk Devin or something.
No, I don't think he's that much of a.
He will. Hold on. He said he will. Hold on. You gotta let him cook. You said he will.
He will.
I had a different reason.
Whoa. Hold on. Why you know that? Did you see their early sparring or something?
But one thing about it. That boy IQ in the ring.
Of course, it's great. It's amazing.
Devin don't have a high IQ in the ring. He don't. He's programmed to do what he can do.
Skills.
And he's skilled. He's programmed.
Listen, at this point, when you're talking about fighters on this level, I call them A fighters, right? Mm-hmm. You got some guys that are exceptional, and I call those A+ guys. Devin is good. Devin is
what
good.
Level of Okay,
Devin's good.
Let me ask a question to both of y'all.
I like Devin.
Let me ask
He
a
ain't the
question to both
best.
of y'all.
I like him though.
There's A fighters in every division, right? There's a top level fighter in every division.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
But when you think about the overall pound for pound sport of boxing, if Gervonta said, "Hey, Shakur, 75-25," we all saying that makes sense.
That can make sense, but Devin's not.
But you ain't the A level of Gervonta, so I don't know if you can say 75-25. That's my whole reason.
He beat the former, like he beat Kambosos twice in his home country.
He was supposed to.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
That wasn't a given. Y'all making it sound like Devin a slump.
No, I like not that. Given. You know me. I was picking Devin early on.
He is.
He was great. But he was supposed to be.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna concede, right? Just what you said. Devin is a great fighter. Devin is not special.
He's not special.
Okay, no. And I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Shakur is special.
I'm not gonna disagree with that.
You remember when Devin was like just getting into like leaving amateur in his first fights, and I was telling you, I like Devin. I like Devin. He's very skilled. But as he's rising in the ranks, I can see where there's a it factor to certain boxers, and it's like Devin is a good fighter.
He don't have that it factor.
Right.
There's something about that. There's a dog that comes with a all-time fighter, and even with Floyd, the story he told about Floyd might have had moments in his career where, you know, he might have took a big shot or he might have been, you know, outmatched in something. But you see a dog in Floyd early on and late. Also, he had a dog,
and it's a certain amount of
fighter got a dog.
True,
in him.
but even if okay, yes, I agree, right? And there's different level of what we call dog, and that don't always correlate with skill. Because and this is one of my favorite fighters, right? Sean Porter. Who's gonna say he don't got the dog? But who's gonna say he got the most skill? Thank you. Okay.
But that dog in him has put him
he got a dog.
Level that
dog
a lot of more skilled fighters never could reach.
It made him a champ. Salute Sean Porter, by the way.
Yeah,
Salute.
Definitely. I love
Same with Deontay Wilder. That dog in Deontay Wilder put him to a level that a bunch of heavyweights could never get to.
And then too, he's a little different
more
too.
skilled than him.
That power.
Right.
And the power.
He's a little tricky because he started so late. So I give him a pass. He started too late. Yeah.
He did.
The one thing about boxing, you can't start late.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. It's tough to overcome that.
Very hard to start late.
All right. So everybody here sounds like, except for me, I think he should take the 25. Y'all sound like y'all saying he shouldn't take the 25. Devin Haney. We're talking about Devin Haney.
If he wants to,
you know the thing.
You think you gonna dog walk him? Take it.
The thing is, Devin Haney, he's not a big draw, and Shakur not a big draw. So
They're not.
And that's the problem.
But you know what helps with being a draw?
Having the belt.
Having all them belts.
Yeah.
Having every belt. He got every belt. That means everybody got to fight me.
I will say this: whoever win that fight will be a draw.
Shakur win that fight.
That's who will be a draw. Because I feel like they're the younger prospects that got a lot of attention on them.
Mm-hmm.
And if whoever wins that fight, you can see their trajectory is gonna go.
I think they need to be. I think they need to beat a bigger name, dog. I think if Devin beats Shakur, that's better than if Shakur beats Devin. Devin gonna need to fight somebody else. Definitely. Devin gonna need to fight like a. He gonna have to go up fight. He gonna have to fight a Tank or a Teo or something like that.
That's what I was gonna say.
Or even a Loma. No, not Devin, but Shakur. Like,
is this like a preliminary to one of them getting in the ring?
I think so.
Tank or Teo, because you said
Teo looking like a monster right now.
He is coming back looking good after that loss.
I know you know Teo. That's your boy. Yeah,
he's coming back looking good after that. One loss he had. He
looked great. Teo looked amazing his last fight.
Do you think that if Devin Haney go up and don't fight Shakur, he's gonna jump straight to the top?
If Devin Haney goes up and
Teo
doesn't,
or Tank,
Teo would be a rough fight for him. That'd be a rough fight.
I think Tank could be a worse fight.
That'd be a rough fight. Teo got that athleticism, bro. That's the divider.
So the best fight for Devin is to move
if he moves up
and fight the guy from New Orleans, Rougarou.
That's an easy fight.
It is.
It is what it is. Rougarou, that's an easy fight. That's an easy fight. You saw his last fight. Pro Grades, Regis Pro Grades. Yeah. He's good, but to me, Regis is like a B- fighter. You know, just being honest. Just being honest. You know, we don't take sides here.
He can fight, but the thing is, I think Devin Jab will give him a lot of problems in his boxing. Of course, because last fight he didn't know his distance.
He looked bad that fight.
He didn't know his distance.
Well, you gotta also think like usually I feel like Devin goes into a lot of his fights as the more skilled fighter. In this one here, neither one of them had the power to knock each other out. But the skills was going to matter. And with Loma, he's a veteran fighter with a lot of skills. So he didn't necessarily win the fight based off of I'm beating you up bad or I'm knocking you out. It's just little skill here, I'm outclassing you. You know, got more maturity here in the ring, I'm outclassing you. Right. Certain rounds you can see where Lomachenko's skill was matching Devin's skill. And then the veteran aspect of it was kind of overtaking some things that Devin might not usually face when you face certain boxers. So that was Lomachenko was definitely an upgrade in fighters.
For sure. You
gotta respect Devin for that win.
But I think Devin beat him flat out. All the people that was yapping, Devin lost. Devin beat him flat out. Easy.
I watched that fight. I text you that night. I text you the next morning. I was like, I wasn't impressed with that.
And you can attest to this because we were texting. He wasn't impressed. But keep in mind he's fighting Loma. But you can be my witness, right? I was always in the camp of Devin won that fight. Even when all the media, everybody was like, this is a robbery. No, y'all just on that Ukraine stuff. Like, y'all like Lomachenko.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, I think, it depends on what you favor more. It can go either way with the fight. It was a close fight. I thought Devin won the fight, but
absolutely,
it's whoever you favor more. The fight you will edge that out more.
But that's that bias though. Me, I'm watching it.
In human nature, I think we're all biased in ways.
To some extent, right?
Yes. So I think it's a fair call. Some people say Lombo won, some people say Devin won, but to me, I thought Devin won the fight.
Absolutely. All right, so do y'all think? And we're gonna make this part quick, but do y'all think they actually fight next year? Because they're not fighting this year. Devin and Shakur, they're not fighting this year.
They're not gonna fight.
They're not fighting this year.
They're not gonna fight.
I think they fight.
Oh, you don't think they fight? So okay, so Devin moves up then. Oh, my fault. I know your hand. You injured your hand.
No, it's fine.
All right, so
Devin.
So what?
They're not gonna fight.
So Devin moves up.
Devin's gonna move up.
Okay.
He's gonna move up because
that Pro J's fight is easy.
Because he's not gonna fight. He's not gonna. And plus, Pro got the belt.
Yeah, exactly. That's an easy fight.
So if he fight Pro Grade, then I think that Devin will give him problem with his jab because the way
jab, yeah.
The way he beat Josh Taylor, it'd be hard for him to beat Devin with those, leaping in and in them counters like that. But he could knock Devin out.
But you don't think they fight at all? I think I'm beyond. Okay, so I'm gonna go with your theory and say they don't fight at all. We see a path where Devin Haney's gonna have few options, and still may be able to even like fight Teo and Tank down the line.
Teo's name Teofimo.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So okay, I didn't know that's what I was talking about. All right,
yeah.
So he might have a way of like being able to fight one of them down. So he has future fights. What do Shakur do if he don't fight Devin? What does he do? Because he wants to go to. I know
Shakur,
he's
dominate the division.
Them
belts is free now.
I don't. Yeah,
if Devin moves up, the belts is free.
I don't know if that do what Shakur and this.
Okay, you want me to say it again? This is what I think the game plan should be.
Him to go up.
Dominate the division, right? Eventually, dominate that division, become unified, right?
Which you will.
Set up, and then you're gonna be you're gonna look so good doing it, right? Because this is gonna be easy for you, right? Because I don't really see much challenges in that division left for him that you can make a fight with Tank. You don't think?
No.
I don't.
Nah, this is after a few years now. Tank is a little older.
After a few years.
Tank is a little older. Shakur's a little bigger. Shakur got belts. He's ready to go up.
So what path is Shakur going? I'm trying to figure out what will be a marquee fight. I know Tank will still be a marquee fight, but I don't know. I don't think in the sport of boxing you can bet on somebody being the same a year, 2 years from now. Like you gotta, if you in that moment and you get an opportunity to fight a Devin Haney and boost your status, you might have to take that chance. Cause
that's what I've been saying.
I know nobody wants to take an L.
That's what I've been saying.
Teofimo took an L.
Absolutely.
Bouncing back.
Absolutely. Devin took an L.
Deontay Wilder took an L, and he's still a top 3 heavyweight champion in the world. So I feel like you can take an L and bounce back. You don't have to it don't have to be I'm either undefeated or I ain't got it. My career ain't doing what it's supposed to do. I don't look at it like that.
But it's easy for a heavyweight to take a loss.
That's for sure.
It is.
Because it's not that many great heavyweights like that, But if somebody in the smaller weight take a loss, that's tough on them, especially being out of a Shakur, Tank, and Haney, because who wants to lose out of those 3 first?
Right.
Those are the big 3
right.
Okay, I feel like this is what matters more than anything. Who do you lose to? Deontay lost to the pound for pound best fighter in the heavyweight division.
Right.
I can bounce back from that.
Yeah.
And in fight 1, knock him down.
Hellenius, he after that he killed Hellenius. Well, after
he's been back to doing what
he still got to fight some guys though. I want to see him fight. I like
Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua
next.
Go ahead and Anthony Joshua, do what you got to do in this fight.
Hey, Anthony in a good gym right now, man. Yeah, I want to see what he look like. He in a
real
good gym right now.
Do what you got to do, and then go fight Deontay Wilder. That's gonna be.
I need to see that. Yeah. And then the winner of that can maybe have another chance. If I don't know where Tyson Fury is gonna be. Like he seems so scatterbrained.
I don't think he's gonna take.
I personally don't like him that much. I don't think he's that good. I think he's overrated. I think it's the size, bro. If it wasn't for his size, he'll be Tommy Fury.
Definitely his size, but it's definitely his size. But the thing about it is, that boy got heart.
Who don't got heart though? Who don't got heart?
No, listen.
Most guys out that level got heart.
No, but the way he got knocked down by Deontay Wilder and got up that fight.
The 11-second one?
Yes. No.
You said yes.
13 seconds. 13 seconds.
No. It was not. I counted. It was 9 seconds. He got.
Hey, hold on. We're gonna take another non-commercial break, y'all. We'll be back.
I don't even know, but the ref said I took time to count. So he
Man.
was 13.
He did get up like the Undertaker though.
He got up at 9.
I think somebody.
He didn't get up at 9, boy. You must be his friend. Y'all know each other.
I think
He had you in Dubai. Yo, what's up, my guy?
I counted over and over. He got.
I think somebody put some smelling salt.
Yeah, that's what it was. Some gypsy salt. Is that like PC? I don't know.
But he got up. And to me, one thing about being in that ring in front of all these people, and getting dropped. I've been there.
Pressure.
It's fucking pressure on
pressure.
your ass. I'm saying,
Pressure.
Everybody yelling. There's so much going on.
Yeah,
you can't hear nothing. All you hear,
you get that ringing.
You, like it's a lot going on in that ring.
Yeah,
when you've been dropped when you're on TV, but millions of people watching, and so many people in this arena. It's a lot of pressure, and to get up, and to get up from that
and perform
and come and start winning that round. That's a lot.
He was gonna always win rounds as a pure boxer.
But to get up and even to fight harder, to even try to win that round back, I took my Tyson Fury. I took my hat to Tyson Fury, man.
All right. So the ESPYs happened a few weeks ago. I think a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, or something like that. Clarissa Shields actually got Fighter of the Year. I clap for that. It's great to see women's boxing in this sort of state. I watch it all. Y'all know I love boxing. Boxing is my favorite sport. I like when they had the all women's card, the first women's card in the UK. I think they were supposed to have it the week that the day Queen died, and then it got pushed back a month or something like that. But I love watching women fight right now, man. It's a lot of really high-ranking women right now in the sport.
Did you see the nominees?
No, I didn't. I didn't watch that speech. Go through the nominees right quick. Go through the nominees.
Gervonta Davis.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Okay.
Clarissa Shields. Shakur Stevenson.
Wow.
I don't even think the nominees was right.
Wow.
But I do think that.
Who you think's missing?
Earl or Spencer, either
boxer of
the year. Earl Spencer.
Shakur shouldn't be.
Shakur,
I don't know if
Shakur shouldn't be there either.
Yeah. No.
Shakur shouldn't be there. Fighter of the year.
He looked good.
No, but we're talking fighter of the year. That's usually like somebody who overcomes something, somebody who does something special. Shakur ain't doing nothing special.
It's really labeled the best boxer.
And Shakur's not that.
The best boxer. I mean, Shakur, he's a phenomenal boxer.
For the year.
Hold on. Y'all might be surprised. Best boxer right now. Like, just quick. Well, first thing coming to your mind. Best boxer right now.
Earl Spence.
Best boxer right now.
Crawford or Shakur.
Okay. I'm still Crawford.
I'm going Spence.
I'm still Crawford. I'm Crawford right now.
Boxer?
Right now I'm Crawford.
Shakur, bro. That boy. Cool.
Hey, Jerron Ennis coming though.
Oh
Jerron
yeah.
Was his last fight before or after the ESPYs?
I think it was before.
I thought it was after.
They should have put him in. They should have gave him a slot just because of that.
Was it two? It was around the same time.
Yeah, they should have gave him a slot though.
Boy. Yeah. He looks so amazing. He looks so good. You seen that little slow mo? That little.
But that is what I'm saying.
That was so
about
cold.
The difference. That's what I'm saying. Like an it factor.
He got that. He got that.
Devin has really good skills as a boxer. You can tell he's been training since he was a kid.
Nah, Devin don't got that though.
But that's different.
Boots is like, different.
Ooh, I can fight off script.
Boots is
what
different.
What you were saying, fighting
that's
when you in the ring, you just like you. Yeah, I got these skills, but I'm in the ring and I can just fight off script. I can do something that I wasn't coached to do naturally.
Right.
That's an
that
it
was
factor.
Amazing. That boy. Hey, Boots is something special. But we paying respect to the women right now. So let's get back to the women.
Clarissa, she
deserves it. She absolutely deserves it. The quote. What's up?
That's what I was gonna ask.
What's up?
Is she the greatest female boxer ever?
Is she the most decorated women's fighter of all time? Yes.
She is.
To me, she's the most decorated, but that might be different from the greatest. To me, she's the most decorated.
I'm willing to say she is.
I can say she's the greatest.
The greatest?
Hey, look,
okay.
Everybody was calling her. Everybody was talking bad about her when she was calling out like Layla Ali, and I was like, but she is.
Layla shouldn't have been talking back. No, Layla, you the old, you not old, but you're like the elder stateswoman. Yeah. You're like the above the, like you don't need to be responding.
Shields quieted everybody's chatter and said, "Hey, look, when I called her out and said who I was, I stood on it every fight after that, and I give her credit. So Clarissa Shields, to me, that's at least my
clearly
opinion,
the most decorated. Clearly the most decorated. Easy.
And if we talking the styles and how they're fighting, Clarissa fights much better than Layla Ali.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, yeah, but Layla fought in a different era too. You got to admit that, and she didn't have the physical. I don't think she had the physical skills.
Right, and that's why you gotta respect Clarissa because her physical skills and the way she moved. That's you can't match that.
All right,
not woman to woman.
Speaking now of moving on to another woman in sport that's killing it right now. Speaking about as far as the way she moves and how she's climbing, I love to see, especially after taking a loss in her career. She fought this past a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and I'm talking about Alicia Baumgartner. For those that don't know, the bomb. She came back.
Intro of the year.
Hey man, but she came back and beat somebody, Lena Dartu, I guess her name. But this is a woman who actually got a win off her. Yeah. You know what I mean? Took her and to get that win back must have been amazing, man. How'd y'all feel about that fight?
I need a 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I want. This one was so dominant. I don't think I need a 3.
I mean, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. She looked good. She did her thing.
She looked amazing.
She did her thing. She looked
amazing.
She was way sharper in this one.
She looked really good.
I was gonna go to that fight too, but
she looked good, man.
Last minute I changed my mind, but she looked good. She looked really good.
Right. Yeah. It definitely helps her that she's a very attractive woman too. That easily helps. Attractive. That easily helps, man.
Very.
Man, I would love to see because they talked about it a little bit post fight, right? At the presser, her versus Amanda Serrano. Serrano to me is a warrior right now. Yeah. Anybody really looking to make a name should be trying to think about going through her. I think that's the logical path for Alicia right now.
What do you see in that fight? What do you think happens in that fight?
You want to hear the truth?
Yeah, I want to hear the truth.
We give the truth here. I think Serrano might win that fight.
Ooh, really?
What round is she stopping?
That's tough. This ain't.
What round
you think she'll stop her?
I'm asking him what round because winning how? How
it
does
ain't
she win?
Okay, we're talking about women's boxing.
I know. How does she win?
You don't really see like stoppages too much.
Not too many stoppages.
So obviously it's cards. Yeah. I feel like and don't get it twisted. I'm a big fan of Baumgartner, but she does have moments. And Lena Dartu did mention it. She mentioned that Baumgartner has a tendency to gas out sometimes, take that break. You've seen a Serrano fight. Serrano don't do that. Serrano's last fight was a bloody massacre. And she fights. She takes it like she a savage, man. It'd be rough.
That's why I think it could be tough for Baumgartner because if it gets dirty, that's
if it gets rough. Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
If it gets dirty, you gotta have a dog.
Right.
Male,
Serrano
female,
got that.
Don't matter in the boxing industry.
She got that.
Any fighting industry, as you gotta have a dog because it's gonna get rough at some point. It's gonna be a rough night at some point.
I love watching Serrano fights.
Yeah, well, your game plan ain't gonna be working, and now you just gotta get dirty with it.
Off the dog, and you gonna have to survive.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, again, all love to all three of these women we just spoke about. Definitely. Salute to Serrano. Salute to Baumgartner. Don't take it personal. It's all love. I hope you prove me wrong. Who am I, right? All right, so let's move right along, man. We already discussed the state of women's boxing. It is looking good right now. I'm very happy. I think the sport needs this, kind of like the whole basketball, NCAA, WNBA, women's sports. Yeah, women need this, man. This is going to help that next generation of young girls coming up. Now, I wouldn't mind putting my daughter in the ring, honestly. Better than her being a cheerleader, right? But all right, moving right along, man. The fight that happened on Tuesday morning, what was it, like 4 a.m. or something like that? Around there in Japan. Stephen Fulton, man, that boy took his butt over there to Japan, brought his 2 belts, and didn't come back with him, bro. Right. Like, damn, do you know him? Do you know him personally?
No, I don't know. Cool boy.
Cool boy stuff, man.
Sure, you know what I'm saying?
Like, damn.
I like him. He can fight. You know.
He's like, I don't think he's an A guy though. He's like a B+ guy.
You know what? He can fight.
He can.
I
Sure.
think. I thought he was going to. Honestly, I thought he was going to beat him because I was thinking that he had the perfect style to beat him because he's from Philly. He has that Philly shell, Philly defense.
This man got out jabbed.
He did.
He ain't used the Philly shell enough. He was getting jabbed in the stomach. He ain't used the Philly shell enough. He was standing straight up. He ain't give him no levels.
I know why he got beat
because I said if he fight him the way Mayweather fought Pacquiao.
Okay.
He had to fight him just that way.
Okay.
Because if he fought him that way, he would beat him. But he didn't.
I feel like what happened in that fight, because I didn't see it when it came out, when they originally fought. I had to watch the
replay.
Yeah, that was a rough night. That was a rough night, bro. It was. Trying to stay up for that.
Yeah, I had to watch the replay. So when I watched it, I was looking and I'm like, from round one, he came out and he let him like push him on the ropes, like, and you can see his corner saying, "Get back to the." You can hear him say, "Get back to the center. Get back to the center." And he was just like, I don't know if the awkwardness of how he was throwing his punches or how aggressive he came out, because it seemed like they said attack Fulton from the opening bell with different punches.
Their tape. They study their tape. I've seen a few Fulton fights. Fulton, he can bang. Don't get me wrong. He can bang.
Put him on his back
foot. But he don't got guy. I ain't never seen him fight a guy that come at him like that.
Put him on his back foot.
Yeah.
The thing is, in a way, boxed him.
Yes, he did. Easy too. But it looked easy.
But he should have been boxed in a way.
He ain't do that.
He didn't do none of that. He tried to fight.
I got boxed up.
He tried to fight in a way.
Yeah.
Instead of boxing in a way.
Yeah.
You don't even fight that way.
Mm-mm.
Fight your fight in boxing instead of him fighting you. You know what I'm saying? Right. He did. You know
who he reminded me of? He reminded me of, and who was? I think it was what's his name? He became a meme. It was I think it was Triple. Damn, what's the buddy name? What's his name?
Golovkin?
Nah. I think it was either Golovkin who knocked him out or Canelo. I think it was Canelo that got him. And buddy with the beard, and then he knocked him down, and he is a meme. He comes up and he's like, "Woo!" He's trying to, what I'm talking about? It's like a meme. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Are you talking about the guy from Texas?
Is he from Texas? What's his name? Can't remember his name, man. Yo, it's so many people in boxing, yo. Right? Yes. He get up like, "Woo!" I didn't expect that. Yeah. But yeah, that's what this is what when I saw Steven's face, Fulton's face trying to get up, I'm like, oh yeah, that's that look, bro.
Before we leave that fight, let me give Fulton credit. I watched his press conference after. He owned that he lost. He said, "Look, I came out there, bad performance by me.
Boy, look flat."
And I was impressed by how he took it and how he handled it. It was, I don't know, that was a class. His press conference was very classy.
It gotta be. You just got knocked out.
He's a
cool guy, cool boy.
It seemed like, all right, you lost, but you can bounce back. I want to see you bounce back. So I respect.
He didn't fight the right fight.
No, he did not.
He did not.
No, he did not. All right, so moving on from that, y'all, we gotta give props to the winner. All right, the monster. And I don't necessarily think this was an upset. I know you may feel that way.
I don't think it wasn't an upset.
Okay, you just thought. Okay, no. So what's next for the monster, man? What's next?
People are saying Gervonta Davis if he moves up.
he don't have to do a lot to move up. I don't like him moving up. He's really small. He's a small human. Very small human.
Yeah. But that would be a good fight.
Of course it would. That'd be amazing. I would love to see that fight. If it made sense.
Tank would knock him out.
I would love it, but he's too small. He's too small.
He's too small.
That don't mean it ain't gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
good fight.
Up until what point?
Remember, Isaac Cruz, that ain't in the knockout, but knocked down. But Isaac Cruz is small as hell. That was a good fight.
Up until what point is that?
Exactly. That's what you gotta ask, because you know how Tank coming. Yeah. All right. So moving on, man. Canelo PBC deal, man. Good. Yeah, I think it was a good move. Or is that the end of a run? Because it ain't looking too good. He might, if he gets past little Charlo. How the heck is he gonna get back past Big Charlo?
The thing is,
that's what
this is the thing. Big Charlo, I picked Big Charlo to beat him. Well,
he should have fought Big Charlo first, honestly. Coming off that layoff.
Big Charlo, he's going through a lot.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I would have picked Big Charlo to fight first.
Yeah, but Big Charlo won't take that fight because he's not even training right now.
Okay, damn, that's not a good look.
He's going through it.
Yeah,
he's going through a lot.
Right.
Breaking up.
Yeah, I hope he's back in the gym, man. I hope he's back in the gym. Because I know Jamel is for sure. I seen the little Showtime boxing thing they have with Stack.
Who y'all got in that fight?
Mel or Maul?
Jamel and
Oh, Mel?
Canelo. I got Canelo. I just think I think Jamel will give him a good fight until
he catch him
round 8.
Until he gets cut.
Yeah, I don't think
round 8. I think that's when
8. Okay.
I think round 8 is when a separation happens where Canelo digs in on him.
But you know what? I will say this.
But not domination. I don't think he dominated Jamel.
I think Mel got a shot.
I do too. I don't think he dominated.
I think Mel got a shot because Mel can fight. Mel can fight. And one thing about
fight him like Bivol.
Yeah, but he won't.
Well, he don't got those feet. He don't got feet like that.
He don't. So
he'll slide. He'll slide to you. But he'll slide to you and keep you in that spot and just bang your body. He'll slide to you, kind of like Errol. They saying kind of like Errol.
Bivol is a better body puncher.
Bivol's amazing.
Yeah,
so Bivol's amazing.
And yeah, I think Jamel is gonna make it tough on Canelo. But I think at some point you gonna see a separation.
You are.
And that's when it's gonna be like, all right, we at round 8, 9. Where are we at here when this happens? But I think he's gonna push him up into that point, and then I think Canelo is gonna probably have to kick it into another gear.
And I think he has that.
Yeah, I think he does.
He has that.
Like I know we say Canelo might be starting to do a little bit more cherry picking now in his later ages.
Always have.
But I'm saying he still has extra gear that put him to this level.
Listen, he was cherry picking. That might have been a mistake signing that PBC deal. How you gonna cherry pick a PBC? Ain't no cherry picking in PBC. It's over. Listen, Canelo, salute, but PBC different.
You think he takes another L soon?
Do you think he fight?
I think he takes another L soon.
Against who?
Okay, let's say for instance he beats both Charlos, right? And he has a PBC deal. Let's say he runs through PBC. I doubt it, but let's say he does. He ain't gonna never fight Bivol again.
Benavidez.
He got
to fight Benavidez the third one. It's a wrap. He ain't beating Benavidez.
So he ain't
beating Benavidez.
Here's where
and he's gonna outbox the hell out of Benavidez, but he ain't gonna beat him.
This is where I think you are right. More of attrition is gonna get him.
Yeah.
You got the Charlo brothers.
Yeah.
If, like you say, if you get through both of them,
he lucky he ain't fight Boo Boo.
Then you got Benavidez. Then you got Bivol. You're not running through all four. You're not running.
So yes, I do believe he takes it.
Somebody's gonna beat you, and you're gonna have to fight them again.
Right.
And then that's another fight before you go fight somebody else.
Right.
Right. Exactly. That's like where it's showing you.
And honestly, I'm really waiting for Bivol Arthur Beterbiev. I am waiting for that one. That's gonna be this is my fight of the year, sure. But I think I would be even more excited to see that fight.
I got Bivol.
Archer is a problem, boy. Remember when he had his damn near a hole going to his skull, and that man still wanted to fight. Yeah. He a monster, man. That boy a monster, man. Salute. Arthur Beterbiev.
Bivol is like, I don't know. He is nice.
He fights so beautiful. It's cool to see. His style is so interesting.
He boxes so well.
He fights like a better Victor Postal.
Okay, yeah.
He just that kind of like that style. He'll come in, come out. He'll Victor. Yeah, Victor. You remember Victor in his prime though.
Yeah, he can fight.
He had that same kind of style. Like he popping in and out. He real active.
That's that Eastern European style.
Yeah, exactly. Bingo. All right, so now the moment most have been waiting for. We are gonna be moving into the Crawford Spence category, man. What you first? Let me get your take on what it is.
Than just 3 minutes. On this one.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be more time for sure. We're gonna have to take one more non-commercial break. That's for sure. But go ahead, man. We've been disagreeing on this for like 4 years or something like that. But go ahead, man. What do you think? Because I know where he stands.
It's a good fight. This is a great fight because when I think about who's gonna be the winner, it's like, well, he does this well too, and he's a winner. So it's hard to.
They do everything well.
They do everything well, but I would say this: I pick Spence to win this fight.
Okay. And why is that?
Reason being because a good jab give Crawford problems. What you seen when he fought
Gamboa.
When he fought Carol Brook. Carol Brook jab was giving him problems.
Kel Brook was a special dude around. Kel Brook came off at 2-fight win streak, 3-fight win streak. Yeah, you did. You talked about that.
And also,
y'all know what happened that fight, though, right? Y'all know what happened.
We do know it, but that's not the point on that one.
Didn't Yorkis almost knock out Spence recently?
Oh, he gave him a good.
Didn't Spence almost get knocked out his last fight? I'm just saying. People go through tough. All I'm saying is because y'all bringing up that fight as if that was the whole fight.
But I would say this. His mouthpiece came out, so that's what
okay, that's what he said. That's what he said.
He didn't even,
you know.
I did.
You seen the man head turn and looking around. He said he thought his dick.
Yeah, he said it. Yeah,
he did. But the thing is, you know what? But I would say this though, right?
Yeah.
I honestly, I just think that Earl's a bigger man.
He is naturally, yeah.
And also, he can box well. You know.
Earl to me is not special. He's very good. Yeah, I said that about Devin. He ain't special.
That's what I said too. He's fundamental.
And he got more dog in him. See, Earl got dog in him.
They both got dog.
No. Because you said Devin. So
okay, we talk. Okay, yeah.
Devin has that dog.
I got you.
Earl has that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? The thing about Terrence Crawford, he has dog in him.
That boy, yeah.
And he countered very well. So he's gonna counter Earl.
Yeah.
And he could hurt Earl, and he could knock Earl out. So
I don't see it.
We'll
get. Well, that's a different segment.
But he could hurt him. So
right.
It's hard for me to pick. Really.
Right.
But
you said Spence. You already put it on page. It's recorded right here.
But I will say this. I give it 49, 51% to Spence.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
What do you think?
Earl Spence. That's who I'm.
Yeah, you've been on that. Yeah.
Earl Spence for the last 3 years. I'm like, whenever they do this, Earl's gonna win. And my whole point that I made to like Wendy about this whole thing is, Earl has a certain style of fighting that I don't think that Terrence Crawford has
faced yet.
Yeah,
man,
and the reason why
tripping.
He
tripping. The machine.
He hasn't fought.
Come on, you ain't gonna. I know you ain't gonna say that. Style. Earl Spence ain't a special style, bro.
It's not about just the style.
Earl Spence gonna keep you in front of him. He gotta keep you in front of him.
Earl Spence effectiveness.
Okay, that's different. See, that's saying something different.
Me and you can fight the same way, but if I can,
that's something different.
I'm way better.
That's something different. Yeah.
Earl, to me,
and Earl's gonna push him.
To me, you know what I've been saying. To me, Earl is always look like the best body puncher in the sport, and it breaks. And since he came in from his first year in, second year. He has beaten people down with just body punches. Not a lot of knockout to the head shots, but he just wear you down so much with body punches to where like now your head open.
It's somebody else that's a better body puncher. I can't think of the name right now.
I don't know if Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence is a very disciplined fighter with that.
Absolutely.
He will take a punch to get that body.
Them hands don't go down though. His hands is right here the whole fight.
Yeah, like he will take a punch though to get to your body, and at some point, if you can't knock him out, because it's Earl Spence is a tough fighter to knock out.
Right.
He's gonna really work Terrence Crawford body, and by round 9, do not be surprised if, like I said, there's gonna be a separation with Canelo and Jamel. It's gonna be close, but then there's gonna be a separation. 9 rounds. If you don't get Earl Spence out of there, he's gonna do too much damage to Terrence Crawford body.
Okay. Wow.
Round 9. And then from 10 on, it could go the distance still, because I don't think Terrence Crawford is just going to, like, give in. He's a real tough fighter. You talking about the 2 best fighters in the sport. So it ain't like it's a bad fighter in this, but body punches seems to be way more effective. And I could be wrong. I ain't not a boxer. It seems like that is a way more effective, like, punch than like just headshot.
Absolutely. It depends on who you fighting for sure.
Right, I was gonna say that. It depends. It depends on who you're fighting, because if you're a top-notch guy, which Terrence is. So
absolutely.
I don't see him breaking
A++.
Breaking his body down like that.
Nah, it ain't happening.
You don't think so?
It ain't happening. I guarantee it ain't happening. I'll put my house on that one.
Terrence not gonna sit in front of him like that.
I don't think he should.
He's going to.
But I think that they're gonna try to make this. I think they're gonna make this entertaining. So
it's gonna be no. It's gonna be. No. They have no choice.
So I think that he's gonna stay in front of him at some point. He's gonna stay right in front of Earl and exchange at some point.
Terrence knows distance too well.
Listen,
it would be in Terrence Crawford's best interest to not try to exchange from round to round. It would be in his best interest to do what you're saying. Distance, move around, use his speed, use his quickness, get out of there. Don't try to go into an exchange to make it like the Earl
But he's
Spence
going
and
to, so that's Terrence.
And then you're going to have to deal with
once
them body blows.
He a dog.
Once
He a
he
dog.
get hit,
Deal with them body blows. And Earl is looking huge right now.
He is. You see,
Yeah.
huge right now.
Yeah.
He's looking huge for a reason. He's gonna try to break you down with. I don't think he's looking at Terrence Crawford like, oh, I can't beat you with my body punches. I think that's where he's gonna go for body punches. Earl Spence is not let me try to knock you out from the head. And
the thing is though, Terrence can counter very well. So,
he can.
So
very well.
The thing is, whatever Earl does, the jab on the counter, he's gonna counter the body shots too. Mm-hmm. So
it's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be a fight. So I don't know. But one thing about Earl, why I picked Earl, because I seen that Carl Brook fight. Mm-hmm. Carl Brook was countering Earl's jab and hurting him.
Carl Brook was doing well against him.
He won that fight.
The guy just had a broken face.
And he did.
Like not even 11 months ago, he had a broken face.
He was doing well.
Your face is compromised already.
The thing is, if that fight didn't happen, if he didn't take a fight before that fight, would that have been the same outcome of that fight?
I don't know. That's tough.
And that's the thing, because he was winning that fight.
He was.
Thank you. I'm glad you. Oh, I can't out your hand. Yeah. Thank you, because that's what I saw. But he broke his face.
And if that didn't happen, what would have been the outcome of that fight?
Right.
So
because Kel is a big fighter too in comparison.
Oh, we ain't gonna act like Kel was trash. We ain't gonna act like we forgot. Special K? Nah, he wasn't trash.
Yeah, Kel is a big fighter. Right. Also, like size wise,
his mistake might have been putting on too much muscle to fight Canelo. I mean,
Triple G.
It was Triple G.
Was it Triple G?
Yeah, it was Triple G. I'm sorry.
His mistake was
moving on too much weight,
moving up, and also taking on big punches.
Yeah,
because it broke his elbow.
Yeah, it broke his orbital
bone. So if he didn't take the fight before that fight,
that's what I was telling you. That's what I was telling you.
Maybe the outcome.
Bro, he was winning that fight, bro. I don't know what y'all.
He was winning that fight. And he was countering Earl effectively.
Yes, he was.
And countering that jab and hurting him. But Earl stayed persistent behind that jab no matter what. He didn't abandon that jab. So as me being a fighter, if I'm getting hit just over and over for throwing the same shot, after a while you're going to let me do something different.
But if you're a machine,
but Earl, he's a machine. He stayed behind that jab no matter what.
Stay behind it.
So that's why I say I think Earl gonna stick to that jab and give Terrence problem.
And Terrence, I see that. And
I do too.
And you know what?
And I'm still picking Earl.
All right, you pick Earl. We're gonna be going into another round, different segment of the show. This is where these fine gentlemen just gave their takes. This new segment, I give my take, and let's get right into it. But first, and it's called Who You Got for now. Who you got until I can think of a better name, but I like this one. Who you got? All right. Okay, so the Pool Counter podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be construed as legal, financial, or betting advice. Any views expressed by individual parties present or not are their own and do not reflect the views of the show's creator, moi, or any current or future affiliates. Viewers and or listeners are advised to seek professional advice before engaging in any betting or gambling activities. Please. The show and its creator, moi, are not responsible for any actions taken based on information provided in this show. So don't go bet in your house, your kids' college fund, nothing based on this information you're about to hear right now. All right. If you do that, you're a loser. All right. Stop. Don't do that. All right. Don't do that. All right. It ain't my fault. All right. All right. If y'all know, that was just illegal. So y'all, you know what I mean? All right. So, and I'm this is the first episode, y'all. So, we janky a little bit right now, but don't worry. We going on up. All right. So, we're going to take another non-commercial break and be right back with Who You Got. All right. Let's go.
So it was all good because you get to see the process.
Yeah. It's work. It's work. I can't wait to have people working for me. People joining the team, and you know what I mean? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. Okay, we are back. We are back from the non-commercial break. Advertisers, marketers, you're listening. Okay, so getting into what we call 3-star and above fights. for this weekend, because this is boxing. There's so many fights. There's a guy right now starting up. You know what I mean? There's a 16-year-old somewhere in Mexico fighting. You know what I mean? We ain't talking about those, all right? We talking about the fights, for one, that I'm interested in. So let's get right into that. This is Who You Got, all right? And y'all remember that legal. Don't forget that legal part y'all heard, all right? Don't be chill out. All right, so the first fight I'm going to get into is the Nonito Donaire versus the Alejandro Santiago. Nonito right now is 40, and he's trying to make history as the oldest belt holder ever in the bantamweight division. All right. I think this is going to be an interesting fight. And by the way, did y'all see either one or two as far as Donaire and Inoue? He did his thing.
I didn't see it.
He did his thing. Donaire did his thing.
He did good. I think he dropped him too, right?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah,
Second fight was a nomination, but
yeah,
I mean,
but the first
I was
fight
proud of the first fight. He looked good.
Yeah.
But this fight is going to be interesting. Alejandro has a pretty good hook. He has good body work. For me, he kind of reminds me of a less skilled Isaac Cruz. If you see Alejandro fight, he kind of reminds me of that. How he just comes in, bobbing, hands really high. He kind of reminds me of that. He didn't look so good in his last fight, but he fought a dog. But this one, this is a fight Nonito can actually win, y'all.
You know, I'm not too familiar with
Nonito. Alejandro. Not many people are. He's coming up.
Donaire, definitely.
Donaire, yeah, he's a legend.
He's a legend, you know. But one thing about Donaire, you can't slouch at all.
No, you can't.
You have to be a top notch fighter.
Absolutely.
Veteran presence matters.
And it does. And
right.
his hook.
Right. It's nice.
His hook will knock anybody out.
I will say, though, this fight, yes, the hook, he's going to definitely have to use the educated jab as well, because this guy's going to be coming up, hands up. He's going to have to be hitting that forehead all night. Yeah. Keep this guy away, because like I said, this guy is, Alejandro is a very good body puncher.
The thing about it is, you got to respect one thing about it.
Power.
He's a counter puncher.
Yeah.
If you cannot come in there throwing shots.
Right.
I think you're not going to get tagged with that hook. So, you know, he got to keep that hand up the whole night.
Right.
It's like going to the park and watching the old guy that play ball. He still got certain moves.
Absolutely.
He can make the pass. He can make the shots. Like, he's going to have things that he done picked up over the years that he going to go right back to that. Hey, I'm a veteran. You not. I got these tips that you don't got yet. You're gonna learn them in this fight.
And like I said, he's trying to make history, and I think he can do it. So, who you got? Donaire winning on the cards. Donaire wins in he wins this fight on the cards.
Or by knockout.
I don't think he gets a knockout. Nah.
Because one thing about he's capable of knocking anybody out.
Of course he is. So, all right. So that's it. Who you got? Donaire on the cards. All right. So moving on. Isaac Cruz versus Giovanni Cabrera. Giovanni Cabrera, not bad. Not a bad. He's not bad. Okay, you know what? What's this guy's name? You remember the guy that I think Crawford fought him. The guy who was limping.
Okay.
He fights kind of like
Benavidez.
No. It was somebody else. Damn, was it Crawford? What fight am I thinking of? Who fought him? There was a guy who was limping. He had like a peg, he had a peg leg in it wasn't Funduta. Who fought him?
Benavidez was limping when he fought Benavidez.
I know. I remember that one, but this wasn't Benavidez.
Okay,
this wasn't the Benavidez fight. This wasn't that. It was another fight. I can't remember, but Cabrera, he's all right. He's a very strong puncher. Big puncher.
You think so?
This Cabrera cat is a big puncher.
I watched him shadow box. I'm like,
Giovanni Cabrera is a strong. He don't look good. No. If you just the eye test, nah. The eye test, he fails that every time.
Strong puncher because
he got power. That's what keeps him. That's why he's fighting.
His left hand can't bust a great. I was thinking. I come to that on
that right though.
I come to that.
That right. That right though.
I gotta see him.
From what I've seen, the guy definitely has some power.
Oh really? Okay.
He definitely has some power because he ain't the most skilled guy.
Not at all.
Just looking at him, you're like, who the hell is this? You nothing about him says I'm a good boxer. Nothing about him. But he got power.
If he doesn't have distance, don't know how to control distance.
Right, because he definitely has the height and reach, obviously, like most people.
He does.
He fights.
He does. But if he doesn't have control distance,
right,
and know how to box, he will not beat Cruz.
Right. I think Cruz wins this fight by KO, and I'm calling it before the ninth. So who you got? Cruz before the ninth by KO.
I can see that.
This guy keeps his chin up. He throws standing straight up, and relies on his power. All right. All right, so moving on, the big fight. Y'all already gave y'all opinions on these fights. These guys are both in their prime. I believe Terrence Crawford, and this is Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, obviously, y'all. So who you got? I think this goes the distance, and Crawford edges him out on the cards. All right. Like I said, I can see a split. I think Terrence Crawford is the perfect boxer right now. Yeah. Right now. Errol Spence is more of a brawler boxer. But sure, yeah, absolutely sure it can go in either way. But again, who you got? Crawford on the cards, man. That's my take. That's what I think. Obviously, these guys see it differently, but that's my take. And I think we're gonna end it on that. Unless y'all got something quick to say, we're gonna end it. We've been here long enough.
If Crawford can control distance,
which we know he can.
It'll be easy night for him.
Right.
And right. Here's what I say.
Yeah, make it quick.
Yeah. Real quick. Mm-hmm. I'm with y'all. He controlled distance. He wins the fight. I don't believe that's going to be his game plan. And I believe because of that, Errol Spence is going to be ready for that dog fight.
And I will say this one thing about Spence. He one thing about Spence, he got one speed. He go.
I know, yeah.
But Crawford, he knows how to adjust.
You see him adjust all the time.
He adjusts everything.
Come on,
so
he does.
I think
that makes a difference.
These are the best two fighters to me in the sport.
So I think
Crawford.
I think if Crawford,
if you had to pick top two,
Spence definitely.
If you had to pick two, you ain't putting Spence at number two. You ain't putting Spence at number one.
I'm number two.
Number two.
Yeah.
All the fighters that's fighting right now, the second best fighter in the world.
If he wins this fight,
you talking about the division? Hold on, you just talking about the division, right? That's what you're doing. If you talk about the division, that's obvious. We're talking about all the boxing.
Right. Who do you got for top five? Who do you have for top five?
I have to give Spencer two. I have to.
I'm not looking at Tyson Fury.
Me neither.
Okay, so
that's a longer list, man. That got to be another episode. I'm coming back. Hey, episode 3 or episode 2. I'm coming back with my top 5. I will answer this question. All right, y'all got to stay tuned for that. But for now, we are gonna get out of here. This was the first episode of the Pool Counter Podcast. Thank you to my guest, my boy Dennis, and former big dog, Biggie boy, Joseph Elegele, man. Great interview. I appreciate you coming through, man. We're gonna do more business in the future. Hey, man, I need Erickson Lubin in this episode, man. I need Erickson Lubin in this episode, man. I need Erickson Lubin. I need the interview. I got a lot to talk to him about. I got a lot. Hey, that Fondura fight, man. But hey, like I said, man, subscribe please to the Pool Counter Podcast YouTube page. It's a brand new page. I'm trying to go live on that page as much as possible. Just got to get the followers up right now, or the subscribers. So subscribe. Also, Dear Future Robots, I'm going to always shout out my baby, Dear Future Robots Podcast. Subscribe everywhere you can find podcasts for both of those shows, and also the YouTube. Again, we're going to be going live as much as possible. But I really appreciate y'all sticking with us to the end of this video. I hope y'all got a lot from it. And like I said, we're trying to make this the new home of boxing, right? We trying to bring fresh new blood into the game, man. All right, and we talking to you, that guy, that girl that does not know much right now, or wants to know more about the sport, or wants to get into it, and just doesn't really know where to start or how to get into it, or isn't really hearing conversations that can really translate to them. This is your home. All right. So hey, Pool Counter Podcast, man. We out. Peace.